Over the past few weeks, one topic has dominated discussions across Pakistan and India: the future of the Indus Waters Treaty. Since the recent military tensions between the two countries, India has announced that it is suspending its participation in the treaty. Since then, claims and counterclaims have emerged from both sides. Many in India argue that India can simply stop Pakistan's water supply and trigger a severe water crisis. On the Pakistani side, some claim that if India attempts such a move, Pakistan could destroy Indian dams and water infrastructure. But how much of this is reality, and how much is political rhetoric? Let's look at the facts. First, the claim that India can completely stop Pakistan's water. Pakistan receives most of its water through the Indus River System, because some of these rivers originate in or pass through Indian-controlled territory. Many assume India can simply close a gate and halt the flow. The reality is far more complicated. According to water experts, India currently lacks the storage and diversion infrastructure needed to significantly control the overall flow of the Indus system. Building enough dams, reservoirs, tunnels, and canals to alter the system on a major scale would require decades of construction and enormous investment. Even then, Pakistan would remain the lower riparian state, and the natural flow of these rivers cannot simply be switched off. Rivers follow geography and gravity, not political slogans. This is why announcements about future dam projects should be viewed in their political context. Long-term infrastructure plans are often presented as immediate strategic solutions during periods of heightened nationalism. Now, let's examine the second narrative. Can Pakistan destroy Indian dams if a conflict breaks out? Technically, Pakistan possesses military capabilities that could threaten fixed infrastructure. The creation of Pakistan's Army Rocket Force has strengthened its ability to engage stationary targets at long ranges. Finding a dam is not difficult. Dams do not move. However, the real question is whether such an attack would make strategic sense. Large dams contain enormous quantities of stored water. If a major dam were breached, massive floodwaters could be released downstream. In many cases, those waters could eventually affect Pakistani territory as well, potentially damaging farmland, infrastructure, and civilian populations. In other words, destroying a major dam could create serious problems for Pakistan itself. A more realistic military scenario would involve disrupting parts of an irrigation or canal network, rather than destroying major reservoirs and risking catastrophic flooding. The same principle applies to India. It cannot redirect entire rivers overnight, nor can it instantly build the infrastructure required to transform the Indus Basin. That is why Pakistan's most effective response is not military, but infrastructural. Expanding water storage, improving water management, and completing projects such as Diamer-Bhasha Dam and the Kachhi Canal project will do far more for long-term water security than political slogans. The reality is simple. India does not currently possess the capability to completely stop the flow of the Indus River System into Pakistan. And because such a scenario is unrealistic, there is little strategic logic for Pakistan to launch attacks against major Indian dams. For now, much of the rhetoric surrounding the Indus Waters Treaty remains political messaging rather than operational reality.